Believe me, just the first episode of this anime had me addicted to this series, because the protagonist of our new anime is Yuki, but she lives in a completely silent world. Which means she can't speak nor she can talk, so when she was on her way to home, a foreigner came to ask her for direction, so she made this gesture that she can't help, but bro didn't quite get it. He thought it's an Asian way to greet someone, so Itsuomi took over from there. Seeing that she can't communicate, Itsuomi attends the same college club as her friend Rin, so Yuki recognized him. Itsuomi handled the situation, so Yuki showed him she can't hear or she could talk, so Itsuomi asked Yuki if she could read the lips, so she can but just a bit. So he made it easy to read the lips and asked which stop she's taking, so Yuki had the stop after this one, so Itsuomi gets off and tells see you. It was just simple words. But for Yuki it made her heart skip a beat, so the next day, when after the classes were over, Yuki asked Rin about the guy that helped her in train, and Rin tells her his name was Itsuomi. He travels a lot abroad, and seeing Yuki this excited, Rin thought she was falling for Itsuomi. But Yuki gets shy and tells no to that, so Rin tells Yuki that she might have a crush if it's not love, because Rin also has someone she's crushing on. It's where Itsuomi works part-time. Rin has a crush on the boss of where Itsuomi works, so Rin asked Yuki to accompany her so she could get the contact info of her crush. She was nervous. So Yuki agreed because she also wanted to get Itsuomi's contact details. Then she got all dressed up to meet Rin and told her mother she would be back before curfew. They met at near the bar cafe, but Rin was still nervous, so Yuki gave her a bit of courage. And then they stepped in, and Yuki saw Itsuomi again. There the guy came out whom Rin had a crush on, but when he talked to Yuki she didn't answer, so Rin explains the situation. And even though Yuki can't hear, she knew Rin was telling Kyuya about her, so Itsuomi lightens her mood and asks if she would like to drink something. It caught her off guard. But she was thankful that Itsuomi gave her something to write, so she ordered oolong tea, but then Rin tells Yuki that Itsuomi can speak 3 different languages. But Itsuomi corrects her that there's German and Chinese as well, so Yuki made a sign language again, but neither Itsuomi nor me could understand what it meant, but it was cute. After that a few customers walked in and a girl kissed Itsuomi on the cheeks. Yuki got flustered but envied Itsuomi that he's so perfect in everything and had many experiences she can't have. But as for Rin, she already got Kyuya's contact information, so Yuki thought of asking Itsuomi's contact info to him. But for some reason she couldn't bring herself to ask because she thinks of her weakness of not being able to talk or hear anything, so Rin offers to share Itsuomi's chat ID. But Itsuomi asked Rin if he could walk her back home if she wanted, so Rin made this opportunity for Yuki to send Yuki with Itsuomi so she could ask for his contact details herself. Rin lived nearby. So she goes alone, and Itsuomi took Yuki to walk her back home. He grabbed her hand on the way, and at the time, she didn't know of a language to speak her words, as she still felt everything in her heart, so she stopped there and finally asked for his contact. And Itsuomi asked how to say yes in sign language. He was about to walk her home, but Yuki tells him that the station is near so she could go alone. But when Itsuomi was leaving, she messaged him and asked how big the world is, and he said it's huge, but he wants to be a part of her world. And seeing that message made Yuki so happy that she started jumping in excitement like a cute little bunny. Clearly, this type of moment makes it worth watching a love story like this one. And the music makes it even more sweeter, when the spark of love is getting inside both of them. So Yuki's mother woke her up from her daydream because it was getting late for her to get to the college, so she quickly gets ready and got to the college and met Rin. Yuki then shyly thanked Rin for the assist last night, because she can't help but read the last message again and again. There Rin tells Yuki that this place is where she meets up with her cultural exchange club members, and Itsuomi is also around here, but he was around some foreign girls, and pretty at that. But still Yuki was happy that Itsuomi had become her friend, but he was leaving so Rin calls him out for Yuki, so Yuki thought of talking to him. But he was so close to her that she couldn't move her fingers, cute through and through, and Yuki can't believe Itsuomi was telling her she's cute. But it was getting late for him to catch his flight. He tried to tell Yuki, but she thought Itsuomi just said Mao, which means demon lord in Japanese. So he messaged Yuki that he's off to Laos and left. Then Rin started to tease Yuki that she has fallen in love, but she declined and tells she's just crushing nothing more. Oshir was observing everything from above and asked Yuki whom she was talking. Yuki tells him he's a friend, but one of his friends comes there so he leaves after that. Then Itsuomi asked Yuki if she wanted a souvenir. If she said yes, it would mean that she's in love, so she asked Rin for some advice and told Yuki to pick it out herself if she really likes itsuomi. So she said yes and told itsuomi to bring her a souvenir, but aside from that, Oshur told a deaf guy about his mistaken sign language. And a friend of his saw that Oshur used sign language to talk to someone other than Yuki. His feelings are complex when it comes to Yuki, and the girl noticed that, but then, after a few days, itsuomi had sent some of his pics from the trip. Yuki had never seen the world, so she felt a little out, but he tells her he's coming back day after tomorrow, which made her so happy that she goes roly-poly all around. Then a day after, Yuki saw itsuomi had returned, and he used sign language to greet her good morning. It filled her heart with warmth that itsuomi was learning sign language for her, and then he gives the souvenir he promised, but I'm not sure if it's something meant for a girl, but Yuki loved it anyways. Her smile is something that itsuomi can't help, so he pats her head. This feeling surely gave Yuki butterflies in her heart, but she still found the keychain to be on the creepy side and yet cute. Yuki begins to remember the school she attended was for the deaf childs. This school was nursery to high school, so that was her whole world, but looking out, she always yearned to see the broader world, and remembering that feeling clears out her feeling, so she wanted to talk to Rin, but Rin was talking with her other friends. So Oshur gets there and tells Yuki what her friend were talking, but she found it annoying that Oshur was translating it for her, but she noticed that sometimes Oshur's sign appear like he's worried about her, but then itsuomi runs into Yuki and gives her the usual pat first. She saw this was the broadened world she always dreams of. But Oshur tells Yuki not to get carried away, and the girls noticed that Oshur and Yuki were talking in sign language, so Rin jumps out from behind. So Oshur tells her not to do this because Yuki can't hear her footsteps, so Rin apologized to Yuki. Then Oshur leaves from there and Yuki tells Rin that she's in love. Rin gets excited. And Yuki did that sign again for itsuomi, so he asked her what that means, so Yuki tells him that it means good work or hang in there, which stirred up his heart. But that's where the 2 episode of this anime ends, but I'll bring more of the episode recap, so stay tuned to watch more of this anime. Until then, take care.